When you search for something, it's always good to have directions, but when the directions are given in an unusual way, it makes for a more interesting search, Leon.
So if you are an adventure-minded person and don't mind a surprise or two along the way, I beckon you to come along with me. You and I are on a quest for something special. People stepping, pedals turning, adventurers searching for something in the Cuyahoga Valley National Park. A lush green stretching between Cleveland and Akron. In Boston Township, the adventurers are questing, following clues which guide them to area high points. Quiet here, but a couple of centuries ago, you might have had to slug your way in and punch your way out. It was rough and tumble then. More on that later.
It starts right here at the store on the front porch, and it will take you through, at a rhyme, it will take you through all the different clues.
Ruth Albright and Stephen Heller were given directions on a goal of discovering where the old rowdy crowd once hung out.
1,000 people once walked these streets. Some shady characters you once could meet.
Stephen and Ruth are off. Others, too, questing another trail, all guided by written questing clues. These quests are done in rhyme. Poetry, you know. But the poetry tells you exactly where you should go. These adventures give hikers a look at what is, but also what was a couple of 100 years ago.
Really helping like a community understand what was the stories that make their community unique.
Park Ranger R.E. Rosser and volunteer Marilyn Diefendorf told me, you ought to quest the Ohio and Erie Canal. I told them okay. I found the canal bed empty of water now. Success, said the park ranger. Let's see what else is out there.
Climb up the stairs on your right, peer down into the lock, stop and dream for a while, then onward walk.
An old canal lock for raising and lowering boats between stretches of water at different levels. Boats inched along here, pulled by mules, sometimes wrangled by roughhouse men. Yep, there were tough characters in these parts.
There was drunken brawls probably, and people pushing each other into the canal.
It was a rollicking, bawdy town.
I think it was very scandalous, yes.
And scandal was what our friends Steve and Ruth were questing.
You are looking west up Old Brewery Road, where whiskey was made and flowed.
Years back, bootlegged booze flowed like the Cuyahoga. Liquor's gone, but Old Man River hangs tough, as the township did when it was a two-fisted town through which a hard-working canal moved goods between Lake Erie and the Ohio River.
Akron would never be Akron if it wasn't for the Ohio and Erie Canal, and we would never have industry in Akron if it wasn't for the canal.
Steve and Ruth continued questing for notorious Boston Township. Its rough and tumble of it are gone, but its story survives.
So often history is so dry. This just makes history come to life and be so much more interesting.
The goal of the quest is to find what you're looking for. We all want that. But there's something else which is taking place here. The quest is something like life, finding amazement and wonder in every step and in every turn of the pathway.
I like to look at it as the goal is to get people up, outside, looking at Mother Nature in a whole different way.
So plot me a pathway off the main road. I'm looking for history, where other folk placed a foot. Meet me in the Cuyahoga Valley National Park. We'll walk and see what we can find.
Go a little farther up.
Your federal tax dollars are paying for the park. It belongs to the people, so use it. You'll find the main visitor center at 1550 Boston Mills Road in Peninsula. Tell them Leon sent you.